Hello everyone, welcome. It's time to create some really fun summertime cards using the clear stamp and die of the month club from Spellbinders. This set was so much fun to play with that I'm going to make up 3 cards using this set. It includes the cutest popsicle stamp and coordinating fruity images. It includes 10 really fun sentiments and a strawberry. There's an image that will be either an orange, a lime, or a lemon, and then lots of little polka dots. The coordinating die set cuts out every single image as well as all of the sentiments, except for the 2 bigger strip sentiments that you can easily cut out with a strip die or a paper trimmer. So let's jump right into the stamping. I'm using my Mini Misty to do this, as well as some Distress Oxide inks to stamp up the little popsicle. So I'm stamping it up with the lightest color first. The color is Antique Linen. And I'm just stamping this onto some 80-pound white cardstock. This is the Nina Solar White. And then I'll use the darker color next, which is Saltwater Taffy. I'll use a microfiber cloth just to kind of blur out the harsh line that the ink pad creates, and this just helps blend the 2 colors together. I'm going to do this one more time just to get a smoother transition. So I'm using the lighter ink first so I don't contaminate it with the darker pink ink. And then I'll add the pink at the bottom, and then I'm again going to use the microfiber cloth just to blur the line in between them. However, it would look really cute if you left the line between the 2 colors. So it's whatever you'd like to do. This is just a fun stamp set to play with. So let's stamp out another popsicle. This time I'm using Kitsch Flamingo as my light color, and then picked Raspberry as the dark. Again, remember to use your lightest color first. And then I'll use my cloth just to blur the line in between these colors. I used my microfiber cloth to clean off the stamp before I started my new popsicle color. And then I will stamp this out one more time. Again, blurring the line. And you could do the colors one at a time or both together. I've shown both ways so far, so it's whatever you'd like to do. Let's stamp this up one more time. I left a little bit of a blank spot on my stamping, so I got to fix that. A portion of the popsicle will be covered up with the sentiment and some of the coordinating stamps. But I'm trying to get a smooth inking of these popsicles. For the 3rd popsicle, I'm using Cracked Pistachio and Salvaged Patina. I'm using the Salvaged Patina first, and then the Cracked Pistachio up at the top. This makes a really pretty blend. This one kind of reminds me of my favorite ice cream, which is Baskin Robbins Daiquiri Ice. Have you guys ever tried that one? It's been around forever, but I just love it because it's subtle and sweet and really tasty. So it didn't stamp completely. There's another little white patch in the center. So what I'm going to do is pull out my microfiber cloth and just give that a good cleaning before I stamp it out again. So let's put more of the Salvaged Patina on there. I'll stamp this one out by itself, but I will blur the edge. And this takes care of that white patch. And I'm going to set these aside to dry just a little bit because it does take the Distress Oxide ink a little longer to dry. So let's stamp out the cute popsicle sticks. This is a layering set. I'm stamping the base color first with some Memento ink teardrop cubes, and then the wood texture piece next using a darker brown. And then I'll stamp out some limes using some greens. And this is a layering stamp set as well. So you stamp out the base color, and then I'll pull in a darker green to go over that. But let's stamp out the strawberry first, the base color. And then here's a little bit of a darker green for the lime. And then it stamps out the little dots, and I ended up doing this with a red to get it to show up better. And then the stem for the top of the strawberry. However, you'll want to stamp that out separate so that the die cuts will work. I didn't realize that the die cut out the little green top to the strawberry separate. I'll use the coordinating dies to die cut these pieces. And if you do not want the coordinating dies, there is a club kit for just the stamps of the month. And here they are all cut out. So let's start with card number 1. I'm using a fun stencil called Sunny Days stencil from Spellbinders and Fun Stampers Journey. And I'll pull this out, and I'm going to use some yellow ink to stencil on some sun rays. These are all going to be portrait orientation cards. So this is some squeezed lemonade, and I just tape my stencils to my cardstock. I have some pixie spray, but I don't like using it. I think it's just as easy to tape the stencils in place. And here it is all done. So let's put together the popsicles next. I'll use a little bit of liquid glue and attach the ice cream on the top. I do end up changing my mind and using a different popsicle for this card, but I wanted to add a little bit of a darker pink to the bottom of the matting. So I'm blending on some picked raspberry onto a piece of light pink cardstock. I just want it at the bottom. I want it to kind of fade out to the lighter pink. I want to soften the edges a little bit, just the top edges, so I'll use my corner rounder to do this. I didn't have the paper placed in the corner chomper correctly, so I'm just redoing it here. There we go. And then the pink cardstock. And I will chomp the card base as well. So let's start putting this together. I'll use some liquid glue to attach the stenciled piece onto the pink panel. I love the look of those rounded corners. It kind of mirrors the rounded corners on the popsicle. I chose the sentiment that says sunshine and good times, and I'll use the coordinating die to cut this out. I love it when there are coordinating dies for the sentiments. The popsicle I'm going to pop up with some foam adhesive, and I'll center that just right in the center of the sunshine on the stencil. I'll add a lemon and a strawberry. And then I'll put the sentiment just right above the fruit. And I'm going to glue it down flat. I'll use my tweezers to pick up the skinny strip sentiment. Let's attach this to the white card base. And it looks really cute, but I thought it needed a little something more. So I'm going to bring in a leafy sprig die cut. Just kind of attach it at the side of the popsicle. It'd be really cute if you had a die that cut out a mint sprig for the side of the popsicle. But here it is all done. For card 2, I'm going to use all of the adorable polka dot stamps from this set. I love a good polka dot stamp, and you get 4 different sizes in this set. So I pulled out a bunch of Distress Oxide ink, and I'm going to stamp out all of these different colors. I have Antique Linen, Cracked Pistachio is the green, Peacock Feathers, and then Saltwater Taffy. I'm stamping it diagonally down this panel. So this will be great for this kind of bluish green popsicle. I do end up cutting this panel down a little bit so that I can use the embossing folder of the month for July. This one is super cute. It has all of these diamonds and polka dots and triangles on it. I just love it. To add a little more interest to this stamped panel, I'm going to use Spellbinders fluted rectangle dies, and then I can attach it using some dot liner to my embossed panel. So I'll center this. I'm going to pop up the popsicle image with more foam pieces. And then I'll center this on the stamped panel. I decided to bring in a burlap twine bow on the popsicle stick. And then I'm adding several more of the polka dots. And the coordinating die set will cut these out. They're so cute. They're not perfectly round. They're kind of wonky circles. I'll glue a bunch of these on the popsicle in place of the strawberries or the fruit. So this one is a birthday card, and the sentiment reads, "I hope your birthday is sprinkled with happiness." So I thought that went perfectly with these little polka dot sprinkles. And of course I cut it out with the coordinating die, which cuts around all of the letters. Put one polka dot up at the top. Now I can glue on the sentiment. And here is a close-up look at card number 2. And now on to card number 3. I'm going to use this embossing folder of the month again, and I don't think I mentioned the name of it. It's called Geometric Stripes. And I cut it out with some bright hot pink cardstock. I'm also using the tag builder set for this card. I've used this before in a video, and I will link to that at the end of this one. But it's just a cute little set, and it's just called Create a Decorative Tag. I cut it out twice, once with white and once with a light pink. I think it's pink sand cardstock that I used. And then I love it because it has this little fringe piece. And I'm going to glue a green one to the bottom and then a white one on top of that. Such a fun little tag set, and just the right size, in my opinion, for a tag, for a card, or for a gift. I stamped out and die cut the sentiment with a fishtail die. And I really love this sentiment. It says, "Anything is popsicle." And then I'll just attach this over the fringe with some foam strips. I'll pull out some black and white baker's twine to attach to this tag, and I'm not going to tie a bow. I'm just going to let the ends of this twine hang down, and then I'll glue this down flat. I'll center the tag on the card, but the popsicle I'm going to put on kind of at an angle. So more foam adhesive behind this. And then I have a lime and a strawberry to put on the popsicle. And I'm going to pull out my pink opalescent sequins. These sequins are new to the Spellbinders shop. I just love these because they don't have a hole in the middle for the glue to ooze through. And I'll attach 3 of these on this card. And here's a close-up look. I'm going to kind of fluff up the fringe a little bit. I think it looks cuter that way. Such a fun detail. And then that's all there is to card number 3. I hope you enjoyed this look at the clear stamp and die of the month for July. And again, it's called Have a Chill Summer. And the embossing folder is called Geometric Stripes. So I hope you're all enjoying your summer so far, and I hope it's a fun, crafty summer for you too. Thanks for watching. Bye!